It's your girl Shannon Marie, and today I'll be showing you how to do cornrows on the fellas today. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna part the hair down the middle. That part did get deleted. I do apologize for that. So let's get started. Let me go ahead and finish that part off, guys. Like I said, it did get deleted, and I do apologize for that. But just for the moment, just go ahead and subscribe to FlyNubianQueens.com for more hair videos and Fly Nubian hair as well. And if you're all about that money flow, subscribe to Fly Nubian Money and Fly Nubian Business to get some money tips and videos, guys. Then you see, I'm gonna take that comb. That's what you do. That's at the end of the braid. So I guess I can show you that part, and I smooth it out with that product. And today we're gonna be using the Softy edge control and the Got to Be glue as well. That we're gonna use that in the end. And what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and I'm putting that product, and you see where I'm pointing at. All of the braids are gonna start from that point. And you see by my finger how I pointed it down. We're gonna go ahead and do a small braid. I'm using that edge control 3-way brush with 2 combs to smooth it on out so that my part can be nice and neat. And then I'm just gonna take that comb and clean it up. That's what that edge control is good for. It gives you nice clean parts. Alright, then I'm going to take 3 pieces once I clean up that part a little bit more and go ahead and braid it on down. It's important to make sure your parts are as straight as possible. That way the work just looks a lot more neater. And then I'm going to put a little bit of edge control on the other part of the hair just so that it can kind of stay down and stay out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to braid the skinny braid on down, well, the smaller braid I should say. And you grab 3 pieces and you go ahead and you braid that braid on down to the front part of his hair. All right, and we're going to continue to braid it all the way down. And then we're going to just basically include this small braid into the next big braid. We're going to go ahead and smooth this on out. You see how it is and how it all started from the same point. You're going to put a little bit of that edge control on the rest of the hair just to smooth it on out. It just gives it a better part, a smooth, nice part, and this makes it easier to manage the hair as well. So I'm going to use that brush to smooth it out a little bit because his hair is thicker. I'm still going to be using that 3-way edge control brush, well, edge brush, but I'm going to use this just to smooth it out a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my hand and hold it like I'm doing here. And then I'm going to just take the end of the rat tail comb and make a nice clean part. Right, and the edge control, like I said, does make the parts nice and neat. And you see that I'm using the comb to kind of push the hair back and to kind of mold the hair and to make the actual part neat. And I'm going to apply that edge control to the other side of the hair so it can be out the way. And then we're going to separate it into 3 small pieces and get started with the braid. And remember to start at that same point for all of the braids, including on the other side. And you see how I take those 3 pieces, and you're going to just basically pull the hair from each side, keeping it nice and tight so that the cornrow is nice and tight, and so that it doesn't come down, or so that it doesn't be real thick, because these braids might look a little small, but the actual part is a little bit bigger. So we're going to go ahead, you see how I'm positioning my hand, and I'm grabbing from each side as I go. I went ahead and I grabbed a little braid. You see how it wasn't ready yet, so I'm going to braid down a little bit more. And then I'm going to grab that small braid, and I'm going to continue to braid the braid all the way down to the end. And you see how smooth his braid actually looks, and his hair is nice and thick. That edge control works good. And then we're going to apply that got-to-be glue so that it can stay in place. Subscribe to FlyNubianQueens.com and also Fly Nubian Hair for more hair videos and just for more amazing queens. And also, if you're about that money flow, subscribe to Fly Nubian Money and Business. And I'm going to take that brush, and you see how I'm smoothing it out with that got-to-be. It's going to just make it stay, and it's going to actually like seal in that edge control, I should say. And then we're going to take the end of the comb just to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to go on to the next part, doing the same method throughout the whole head. And we're going to go ahead and do a little small braid. I didn't start this one at that point because I want to do it kind of like a different look, but I will start the bigger braid at the actual point. So I'm going to go ahead and get those 3 pieces and braid it all the way down to the end. And that's pretty much how we did it. I just wanted you to see how the braids and the small braids look together. I do have that small braid already done, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started with the big braid. Subscribe to Fly Nubian Hair and FlyNubianQueens.com for more hair videos and just for more amazing queens. And right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply some more edge control to smooth them on out. And we're going to use that brush to smooth his hair out. Like I said, once again, his hair is thick, so we're going to use that brush just to make it a little bit smoother. And then we're still starting at that same point with each braid at the beginning. And I'll show you that in a minute. Once I'm done smoothing it out, I'm going to take that comb. You see how I'm starting still at that same point. And I'm going to part it after I apply that edge control so it can be nice and neat. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to braid it down. Then I'm going to grab that smaller braid into the bigger braid so that it can be connected together. Please subscribe to Fly Nubian Hair and Fly Nubian Queens. Guys, subscribe, like all of that good stuff. My name is Shannon Marie. And I pretty much do all different types of hair. If you want me to show you a style, just go ahead and send a picture, or just put it in the description below, and I'll be more than happy to upload more hair videos. And you want to make sure it's nice and neat and as straight as possible. But that edge control is going to make you have that nice neat part. And we're almost done with this side. You're pretty much going to do the other side the same way that you done this side. So you're going to basically follow this side to make sure the other side looks like the first side that you complete. And we're going to still take those 3 pieces. The edge control, don't forget guys, it makes the parts nice and neat. And then we're going to take those 3 pieces of hair and we're going to go ahead and do the cornrow. Just like I'm doing here, you're going to grab the hair from each side and keeping that braid nice and tight. And then I'm going to go ahead and you see how I'm braiding down. I'm just going to grab that small braid as I go and continue to braid it down all the way down to the bottom of his neck. That way that it won't hang like a little bit. And you want to make sure you go all the way down and keep it nice and tight grip. My client used to get tapers, so his sides and his back is a little bit shorter, but just continue to follow us on his hair journey. All right, and this is going to be the last braid on this side. You're going to take that edge control and smooth that portion on out, just like I'm doing here. You're going to use that 3-way edge brush, and we're going to smooth out the hair. Just like I'm doing here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 3 pieces and we're going to braid that braid down. I'm not including a small braid right here just because that's just the style that I'm going for. So I'm going to go ahead and braid that down, grabbing hair from each side just like I'm showing you here. Just keeping it nice and tight so that the cornrow, aka braid, is nice and tight because we don't want any loose braids. And we don't want to have to worry about it coming down or just getting too thick at the end. And we're going to continue to grab hair from each side. Just like I'm doing here. See how nice and thick his hair is? And then we're going to continue to go ahead and braid the braid all the way down. All right, and we're done. So we're basically going to just do the same thing on the other side. You see that middle part that I was showing you earlier, and we're still going to start from that same point, and we're basically going to just follow the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to part from that point. And that's the softy edge control. We're going to continue to apply that to make the hair nice and smooth. And we're going to use that edge brush to smooth out his hair, just so that his braid can be nice and neat. And then I'm going to take those 3 pieces and I'm going to go ahead and braid this braid slash aka cornrow on down, guys. And don't forget, all you have to do is follow the other side to get the same exact look. And you see how we did that here. Then we're finished, how we basically just followed the same side on the other side, and we're done. This is the last braid, aka cornrow. We're gonna go ahead and braid that braid all the way down to the end, guys. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff to flynubianqueen.com, Fly Nubian Hair, for more hair videos and just for more amazing queens. And this is Shannon Marie, and continue to follow my hair journey. And then, like I said, we're going to braid that all the way down to the end. Continue to keep a nice tight grip. Subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. And also, if you're about that money flow, subscribe to flynubianbusiness.com, Fly Nubian Business, I'm sorry, and also Fly Nubian Money to learn about money and business as well. And then I'm done with that braid. You see how I did that here? I'm taking the Got To Be glue just to go ahead and clean it up, and so that it stays. And you're going to take that comb and smooth it on out. And I'm done with my boss friend's hair. If you like this video, subscribe, like all that good stuff. And thank you. This is Shannon Marie, and I'm out.